Hi, everybody. All right, so it's time for writing, and my son Liam's here with me.
Konnichiwa.
And that's Japanese for hello. And so today we are going to be focusing on our reasons and examples for our new opinion writing assignment, which is what is your favorite animal? And if you guys remember, we picked the Arctic fox as our favorite animal. We gave you 4 reasons why we liked the Arctic animal. One is that they look cool. The second reason why we like Arctic foxes is because they can survive in cold temperatures. And if you notice, I didn't tell you what the temperature was yet. I did find that out, but I just said that that's what our reason was. The third reason is because it has amazing hearing and sense of smell. And the fourth reason is its size is unusual. So today we only have to pick 3 of these reasons. I wonder why. Well, that reason is because we only have to put 3 reasons on our graphic organizer today. So let's review what reasons and examples are. Okay, so your first sentence is going to be your reason. Okay, the first sentence is your reason, why you believe something. So we believe on reason 1 that the Arctic fox is cool, that they look cool. So that's our reason. Our second sentence is going to be the example. So we're going to support that reason with an example and with some evidence. So we actually did some research on Kittle and found some facts about Arctic foxes to help us support our reasons. So when you are doing your graphic organizer, you need to have at least 2 sentences for each reason. 2 sentences. How many sentences, Liam?
2.
2 sentences. So you're going to state what your opinion is, or what your reason is, and then you're going to support your reason with an example for each one. So I hope I'm going to see 2 sentences for each reason. Okay, so now we just need to pick 3 of them, Liam. So I was thinking we could do reason 1, which is they look cool. Reason 2, they can survive in cold temperatures. And then reason 3, because they have amazing hearing and sense of smell. Does that sound good to you?
Yep, sounds good.
All right, so let's get started. But before I jump right in to the graphic organizer, we are going to talk about transition words. Pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So transition words are words that help us transition from each paragraph. So it gives a flow to our writing. So the reader knows what your first thought is, what the middle thought is, and what the ending thought is. So it gives a nice flow. And we can think of it kind of like a stoplight. So red is going to be the red light on our stoplight, and that's the beginning of our reason. So some transition words you could use are first, in the beginning, once, first of all, one time, and once upon a time. Once upon a time would actually be for a narrative writing, which we are not doing yet. And one time would probably also be a narrative writing, but we'll be doing that at a later date. Middle, so a transition word you can use to sequence your events, or in this case, we're sequencing our reasons, is then, next, later, after that, soon, also, second, suddenly, as soon as. So these are transition words you can use for that second reason in your opinion writing. And then your last reason, your last transition word is going to be either finally, lastly, at the end, eventually, to sum up, in conclusion, or at last. All right, so let's do our graphic organizer, Liam.
Yay!
Okay, our first reason. Now, I'm going to go back to my brainstorming page, and our first reason was they look cool. So that was our first reason. So what transition word should we use, Liam, to start off our sentence?
First, in the beginning,
Which ones?
First, I like...
Should we use the transition word first?
Yes.
Okay, let's use the transition word first. First. Okay. What was our first reason?
The first reason was I like Arctic foxes because they look cool.
Okay, so the first reason was first comma, because we put a comma after a transition word. I like Arctic foxes because they look cool. Now we just did our first sentence, right? I said we have to have two sentences. So we said why we like the animal, Arctic foxes. Now we have to support that opinion, that reason, with an example. So what could our example be? And we read about this in Kittle. So what should our example be for that to support our reason?
Their fur is white and sometimes a blue-gray color.
Oh, cool. So that is going to support our reason here that they look cool. So we're going to talk about their fur. That their fur is white and sometimes a blue-gray color. Cool. So we have two sentences. We stated our reason and we supported our reason with some evidence. Okay, reason number 2. We have to pick a transition word here. So which transition word? Only one of them.
Then, next, and later.
Which one should we pick? We have to pick one of them.
We should pick next.
Okay, let's do next. Next. So now we're in kind of the middle of our essay, the middle of our story here. So next, and our second reason was that they can survive in cold temperatures, right? Okay. So next, how can we put that in a sentence?
Next, they can survive in very cold temperatures.
Okay. Next, they can survive in very cold temperatures. So I'm not telling the reader yet what those temperatures are. I'm letting that be my evidence, my second sentence. So now we're going to give some evidence to support that reason. And what should we put there? Because we read about it in Kittle.
Let me think. Oh, an Arctic fox can live in temperatures as low as -58 Fahrenheit.
Whoa, so that's a really great piece of evidence that supports our reason. That an Arctic fox can live in temperatures as low as negative. Wow, that is really low. Degrees Fahrenheit. Good. So again, we have two sentences. We stated our reason and we supported that reason with some evidence that we read about on Kittle. All right, now we have our last reason, Liam. So which one of these transition words should we use?
Well, there's finally, lastly, at the end, and eventually.
Which one should we use?
I feel like last is the good one.
Last? Okay, or we can do lastly. Lastly, our third reason, our very last reason was they have amazing hearing and sense of smell. So let's put that in a sentence.
Lastly, they have great hearing and sense of smell.
They have great
Hearing
and
sense of smell.
Perfect. Now we need to support that reason with some evidence, some facts. So what did we read about? I don't remember.
Yeah, me too, but I know parts of it. Oh yes, I remember this one. They can't even hear animals under the snow.
Whoa, that is so cool that they can do that. So they can even hear animals under
The snow.
the snow. How cool is that? So we got our 3 reasons. We supported each reason with some evidence, and it stayed on that topic, so we didn't talk about a different reason or a different topic. And that's the really tricky part, is that you want to make sure that you're staying on the topic, on that reason, and you're not just adding a different reason. Okay? All right, guys, so now it's your turn. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attach a copy of this graphic organizer on Seesaw. So if you would rather type your reasons in, you can, okay? Instead of writing them out on your graphic organizer and taking a picture. I'm giving you that option. So you can write them out or you can type them on Seesaw. Okay, good luck. See you later.
Bye. Sorry I